All right, crypto and stock fans, Jason here, TCP Supersystem. Gonna do a quick little video tonight, September 23rd. Gonna revisit our Cleanspark chart for you, as well as um, XRP, and we're gonna look at a Bitcoin video with Michael Saylor, or a brief clip of it, and Solana. May skip XRP, probably Solana and Cleanspark, and then Bitcoin. So on the screen, I want to show you something, and if you go back and look at our videos, like I keep telling you, you'll see we got into CleanSpark at 10:26 right here on this red candle, and that was back on September 15th. It's what, 8 days ago now. We are now trading our close the day at 13.91. It was up to 15. We did not sell, and I'll show you why. And you get this. You can see here this yellow label. That's our confirmation trend. We got the green uptrend cloud, and we're getting this nice run. But I want to show you. I'll go back again to Bitfarms, and it had a similar run. Now, and this is a prime example of how you can stay in a trade when you see our level 3 diamonds. So that bright pink is level 1, medium shade level 2, and then level 3s all the way up here. But you'll notice in the level 3s, we started seeing some red on all 3 hot sensors at the bottom. In our standard deviation methodologies, this is the key when you see this. If again, I'll try to tell you, if these lines are in the extremes, it usually will run, because I mean it was in the extremes. I mean basically right here. Oh yeah, oh really right here. Pick one of these two candles, it was already in the extremes, and you can see the run it had, and that's usually what happens until that orange line gets back close to these extremes. So that's what we saw on Bitfarms. And that's what I think or that's what I feel like we're starting to see here. Of course, the system signals and my interpretations are not financial advice. I'm just a guy on the internet with one hell of a system I built over 2 to 3 years. But it's not recommendations to buy or sell. It just helps me identify opportunity zones in cryptos and equities that I can try to exploit, and I just share that information for educational and informational purposes only. Consult a financial advisor before investing in crypto or stocks. Caveat out of the way. So back to Cleanspark, you can see, I mean, it's in the extremes here, or slightly above it. So not quite as strong as Bitfarms was at this point in this little uptrend. Tomorrow, I would like to see this pop a little higher, and if these rotate higher, then this thing again it can run. And if you go back and look at my videos the last couple of days, I mentioned that. Now I will say, if the white line continues back down into this red zone and brings the blue and yellow, or blue and orange with it, this might be over, or at least you might see a retracement back to in this cloud here. So, for us, I felt like this would be similar to Bitfarm, so we're staying in it. And if you look at the hot sensors at the bottom, we're only in the yellow. And usually we would see orange and then red. So we haven't even made it to that red zone yet. So that's when I feel like this was just a slight retracement today, and I think we might see some action go higher here. So we're going to stay in this thing, and that's just for our community to know what we're doing. I try to deliver on my promises. Tell you what we do and when we make trades, and that's where we are with CleanSpark there. So hope you enjoyed that one. Let's look at Solana. That was the other one. Now this one could be interesting. So Solana 1, I love it long term. I am, or was, a Solana holder. I have diversified that, but I will be going back into Solana. I just got to pick the right time here. And regardless if it dips or not, just an opinion, but I think Solana will be worth in the thousands. So, would you be mad buying it at 215? Probably not. But in the short term, there's two things that could happen here, in my opinion. You can see we're currently at 214. In some of my recent videos, I said I thought we would see some leverage liquidation occur. If you look at the charts today on Solana, well, I've already highlighted it. I'll just show you. this green zone we have down here at 190, basically 180, yeah, 188 to 195, somewhere in that range. That's the next high level of leverage that we think can be taken out. So I think you're either going to see one of two things: a pop off this 50-day moving average at roughly 207, and it would likely move back to the cloud, similar to what you saw here back in the August time frame, early August. It hit that 50-day moving average. Look at the setup; it's almost very similar. White line, the extremes, white lines at the extremes. It popped back to these extremes pretty quickly. And look at that, right back in the cloud, then you got your little bump higher. So that's what the first scenario we'd be looking for. So we'll watch this white line up here in the standard deviation methodologies to see if it gets back up into those extremes. If it doesn't do it relatively quickly, then I think you're going to bust through that 207. You're going to be in that 190, 195 range. And I would expect to see some signals there and possibly even lower. I mean, we've got other major support at the 100-day and the 200-day. So, I mean, you're talking about 165 there. That would be pretty impressive. I would certainly be all over that for my portfolio, but my actions may not be suitable for you. But that's the way we're looking at that. Anything 190 to 195 and lower for us, I think it's just a fantastic opportunity, and that's how we identify these zones. So that is Solana in a nutshell tonight. And again, you can see, just real quick, lastly, the hot sensors look okay. They are getting weaker. So we've gone yellow, blue, gray on the midterm, gray to white, with a crossover to the downside here. Then on the long term, it's just getting weaker. So to me, this says 190 to 195 if I had to guess. But we'll see. It's very similar to what we saw here. So we'll see which one plays out. Personally, I'm leaning toward the 190 to 195. So. And don't forget, there are ETFs coming for Solana as well. So that'll be another key catalyst here in October or before. Unless, I don't know if they can delay it again. I believe they've already delayed the Solana one once. But I think mid-October is the timeline for that one and a bunch of the XRP ETFs, spot ETFs. So we'll see where they go. Oh, 1 second. There we go. Lastly, I want to show you a video real quick on our LinkedIn channel. And of course, I hope you all know Michael Saylor, who runs Strategy, which used to be MicroStrategy, basically a Bitcoin treasury company now. Just listen to this real quick. We're at a minute. Well, I don't know how far into it. There's a minute 47 left on this video. We're only going to look at a couple seconds here. But this is him talking on, I guess, with CNBC.
Any of these instruments, if Bitcoin.
Oh, and look at this. These are his recent buys. So we're talking about the month of September. So the last 3 weeks. We're talking about 4,000. Let's just call it 2,000. So it's 6,000, 6,500, 73, 7,400, somewhere in that range. So 7,400 Bitcoin in the month of September. And look at the prices. He's buying at 110,000 and above. This is a smart man. Do you really think Bitcoin's going to zero when you could have thousands and thousands of Bitcoin treasury companies around the world, not just in the US? Institutions, endowments, 401ks, pension plans, family offices, governments, nation states, sheiks, you name it. They're all buying Bitcoin. So, personally, I feel like owning one Bitcoin would probably put you in a class of your own, but who knows? If you do have one, congratulations. If you don't, it's up to you what you do with the information, but clearly there is a lot of demand. So we'll see. Now, the key is going to be, will you see a rollover from Bitcoin ETFs into XRP and Solana ETFs and even HBAR? So that's what we're watching for. There could be a better ROI or return on investment in these other ones that are more, your altcoins, if you will. For Bitcoin to go, 10x, that's a big move up to $1 million. So, and you could get a 10x on XRP much faster. I mean, you're talking about $30, 20 to $30. So, food for thought. So yeah, that's Bitcoin, Solana, and Cleanspark tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, go back and look at the previous videos and the shorts. You'll see what I mean when I say we've nailed it of late. If that's valuable to you, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing, or at least like and subscribe. If you want to keep it to yourself, you don't have to share it. And if we haven't earned your respect yet, hopefully we can in the future. And again, always remember, this is something that I learned quite some time ago. Identify something that you can believe in, trust your gut, execute your strategy. More times than not, you'll be okay. Don't let others convince you to make poor decisions. If it's going to be a poor decision, make sure it's your own. With that, again, none of it's financial advice. Just a guy on the internet. This is my system. I built it. But again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.